Okay, guys, so we are recording now. So first things first, if you're watching this on YouTube, my name is Rachel, and I am a superstar director for the Team 176 Roots. And tonight we have a couple people who are going to be speaking, which I'm super excited because both Hannah Gonzalez and Sarah Davis, they are both speaking. They're both bosses, and this is their first time doing an actual like training. So I'm excited for that. That's what's gonna be happening. So, but before we get started with them, Faith Kayampa is here with us. She is from another team, still in our group, but from another team. And I brought her on here. So she's going to speak first because I'm sure she has stuff to do tonight. But I brought her on here because she has earned so many incentives. So I wanted her to come speak to you guys, being that we just started an incentive. We're what, 2 weeks in? Yeah, 2 weeks in. And so I wanted to get someone else's perspective how attainable these events are or these incentives are, and just to get an entirely like different view. So Faith, you can go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to spotlight you, but let's see if that works. Okay.
Okay, let me know.
Okay.
And you said my last name right. You like, I'm so proud. Like nobody can say my last name right. So that's a big deal. So my name is Faith Kayampa. I am the star director of Faith Lake Fragrant. I have been with Cincy since October 2014, and it has changed my life, and it can change yours too. So I was going to talk a little bit about this incentive because so many people, like when I joined in October 2014, there was an incentive going on for Disney World. And I hadn't drank the Kool-Aid yet. I was like, these people are crazy. You watch the videos, like I watched Chloe and I was like, okay, she's crazy talking about making this much money and earning free trips. Like that's only for top tier people. That's not for me. So I didn't even try, okay? And then I saw somebody who had joined after me earn that incentive. And it was like at the very end of the incentive and I was like, oh, well, maybe I should have tried. So when the next incentive came around, it was Punta Cana. That was my first incentive I earned. It's the first one I tried to earn. I had this mindset of I'm going to earn this trip. And the first thing I did was I told my accountability partner in Cincy, I was like, I want to earn this trip. I told my husband, I'm going to earn this trip. Like that's the kind of mentality that you have. You have to have your mindset on it. And I want you guys to think, I don't know if anybody else in this group has been in another direct sales company. And Cincy was my first direct sales, but I know what other companies' incentives look like. And the points are crazy. And sometimes some companies only take like the top 100, which is insane. It's absolutely insane. So just know that when Cincy offers an incentive, it is built for you to attain, especially if you're just starting out. Whew, it drives me crazy when they're like, I'm brand new. And I'm like, you have the most potential. So definitely start out with a mindset of being able to earn the incentive. And just because you haven't earned one yet, doesn't mean you won't. And that really needs to stick in your mind, because a lot of people are like, well, I didn't earn the last one. Well, you might have been close. You might have just been off a little bit. So keep that in mind. Write down your plan and put it to where you can see it every single day. I wrote mine down like a serial killer. I really I'm not a spreadsheet person. I know Chloe and Justin have a spreadsheet that like calculates points, and that's fine if you like spreadsheets and things like that. To me, that doesn't hold me accountable. I like to see it. I like to touch it. So this is my crazy plan, and on the back is actually what I have so far. And my goal this month was 5,000 points, and I've already surpassed that. So my new goal is 7,000 points. And you just have to break it down, okay? So post it where you can see it every single day, because when I see it, I'm like, oh, I need to double check on it. Thank you. So also get an incentive accountability partner. A lot of people have accountability partners, but we just don't talk about incentives with them. We'll talk about like, what's your PRV look like, all these other things, but have somebody that is like-minded and wants to earn an incentive, not just the first level. I want you guys to have like big scary dreams, because what's the worst that can happen if you aim for 6 people? You're going to do amazing things in your business. You're going to do amazing things in other people's lives. You're going to do amazing things in your team. You're going to make money. Nothing's going to be wrong with that. Nothing is going to be wrong with that. So you need to have an accountability partner that has the we can mindset. Okay, you need a we can, and push each other. Like if you're having a rough month PRV, you say, how many parties do you have? How many parties do you have? How have you been getting parties? How have you been getting new recruits? How are you doing this? Same thing we do within our teams. You need to have that fire and that drive with an accountability partner. Okay, so also you need to have a sponsoring mindset. I'm sorry guys, I use my hands a lot. I'm married to an Italian and it's like rubbed off. Sponsoring is a part of an incentive, but it should be a part of your everyday business. You should not sponsor to earn an incentive. I want you guys to really think about that. You should not sponsor to earn an incentive. I want you sponsoring people, getting people certified, getting your 1,000 points, and be like, I'm done. That's not fair to them. That is not fair to them, because they need to know about this incentive when they start. They need to know about this incentive when they start, because they, as an essential consultant, you have the most potential for, like, I just hit Star Director 3 months ago. I would love to promote, and that's my goal, but I'm not counting those points right now. I am not counting on those points. If those points come, that would be awesome. But I want people to I want them to know they get 1,000 points for being certified. They get a point for every PRV. When they recruit, they get 1,000 points for their new recruits, and their recruits get 1,000 points. They get promotion points. They get all these things. That's what it's about. It's about getting everybody on a trip. Everybody. It's not just about you. It's about we. And when you change that mindset, it's going to change your business. So one of the things that one of my girls, she's like, why can't I earn an incentive with just my PRV? Her PRV is there. She got it. Okay? She got it. That doesn't teach you to be a good business owner. And it's also kind of greedy if you think about it. If you're having 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 PRV months and you're not sponsoring and you're not offering earn-a-kits, there's something wrong with your business plan. There's absolutely something wrong with your business plan. When you gift a kit, and I don't do that lightly, I have like semi job interviews because it is a job and I want people to take it seriously. It's such a blessing to give to somebody, and you never know what you're going to do. So I wanted to gift it to somebody who's going to work their business and sees the potential and who needs it, who can afford it. Some people can't afford $59. Some people can't afford a $15 kit, and that's okay. We're not here to judge them. We're here to encourage them and let them know that there's more to life than living paycheck to paycheck, and a community of women. And think about it. Think about the job that you have right now. You get paid for the job that you have. If you have a full-time job, you go to work, you get paid, you go home. Nobody's gonna be like, you know what, Faith? If you do a really good job, I'm gonna send you on a free trip, you and your family. No. And if you work there, please let me know where that is, because I would like to be a part of that. No one of my other jobs has given me a trip. So by recruiting, you are serving others. And I love that. Once I stopped focusing on a title and my own promotion, I don't want to say self-centered, but I was really centered on my business. And I was like, I want a title. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to stop that. I'm going to focus on serving others, getting other people to where they want to be, and the title will come. Okay? And I want you guys to know that same thing with the incentive. Like, if you're serving people, it's about we, not about me. I cannot say that about that enough. It's not about me. It's about we. We make the world go round. We help each other out. We teach each other. We learn. That's what we need to do. So that's what it's about. And growing teenies grows you also. I cannot tell you how much, like when I had 4 coaching calls today, it was a heavy coaching call day.
Oh, geez.
But when I get on those coaching calls, I'm like, thank you. Thank you for showing up, first of all. And thank you for breathing life into my business too. They don't get stuff out of it too. Yes, it's energy that I put out. But when I talked, especially my last coaching call, I got so much from that coaching call. She is so hungry and her recruits aren't. And I was like, you know what? She's in the hospital. She has all these health issues. She's working her business when she's in the hospital. That's going to get her to where she wants to be. She is a no excuses kind of girl. And that just like, I needed that. And so when you have those two fires and you're just like burning together, it's just going to create more sparks and more fire. And it just feels so good when you see somebody reach their potential or understand their potential, all these things. So yeah, don't wait until the last minute to make a plan. When the incentive was released, I was like, first of all, wait, didn't we just spend an incentive yesterday? No break here, going right into it. But don't wait. So the day the incentive came out, I started making a plan. I made an evil plan to get on the trip because I'm trying to earn for 3 to take my son. It's always been me and my husband, and I would like for him to go on a Cincy trip. He is 6, and I really pray that it's Disney, so my husband will stop harassing me about taking my son to Disney. So if you plan ahead, then you're not scrambling at the end. I cannot tell you how many times, because something that is inevitably going to happen in your business or in your life. You're going to get sick, corona. You're going to have life happen. You're going to have your job come up. You're going to have family stuff come up. You're going to have bills come up. You're going to not feel good. You're just not going to feel it mentally. Guys, I can't tell you where there's days that I'm like, I don't want to work Cincy today. There's nothing to do with Cincy. It has everything to do with, you just have those days sometimes. Some months you're not going to be great. You have a dip. That's okay. It's okay. But you have to plan ahead, or else at the end you're going to be scrambling and you're going to be so stressed. How nice would it be to earn the goal that you want? So I want level 3. I want for 3 people. If I earn that in, help me out here, November. If I earn that in November, then I have all of December to try and earn extra, because you can actually gift one of your spots. If you earn level 3 and one of your teammates earns level 2 or 3 or above, so if I earn for 4, I could gift one of those spots to somebody who needs an extra spot. That has not happened in the time that I have been with Cincy. It has not happened. And I'm so thankful that it's happened, because that just makes me want to earn more spots. Like if I could have 4 spots, I don't need a 4th spot. I don't need it. But if I could gift it to somebody who was so close and needed that extra spot, totally worth it. Yes. So that is what I'm doing. And I'm going to show you guys a little snippet of how I work. Now, my brain is probably a little bit different than everybody else's. But what I've been doing is I've been going on my workstation. The first thing I did was I ran reports. If you guys don't know how to run reports on your workstation, it's something that will save you so much time. So I literally ran reports, and I ran all my essential frontline. I'm only pulling frontline right now. Essential frontline, certified frontline, and lead frontline. And I put them on a whiteboard. Do not judge my messy office. I present to you the board. There's a drawing from my son, okay? But on here, I have everybody who is, and I update this every Friday. So it is not, I'm telling you, I'm going to call it the big board. But these are all of my current essential consultants and what their PRV is. There are some people who either are kidnappers, or haven't had their launch party yet. So I'm working on that. But then I can see that this girl is really close to certifying, okay? Her PRV is 702.65. I subtract $1,000 and I text her. I'm like, you will get 1,000 points for this incentive if you put in this much, okay? So that's what I do. And then I keep track of it on a different sheet and I move them. So once they get off of essential, I move them over to certified. Does that make sense? Maybe. So then I have all my certified, and I don't know if you can tell, there's pink dots here. The pink dots are people who actually work their business and respond to me and are doing all the things. So I'm going to work with them first. Those are my first priorities, or people that they already have people on their team, but haven't hit those lead numbers yet and have been like super close. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And this is how many points I get for them. This is a huge board. Normally it goes on my wall, but it fell off. And then I have my lead to star, and all of those have pink dots beside them because I'm going to work with them. And then I have new consultants and where they're at. I've only recruited one so far. Typically I'm pretty heavy with recruiting. Typically I do. I know he drew me. He was like, I accidentally took off a name, but I wrote you a note, and I was like, oh crap, now I gotta go back through. But I'm typically very heavy with recruiting, 4 to 5 a month. PRV pretty heavy because I like to front load and get my parties ready because this is my full-time job. But that's how I'm working it. You do not have to work it like that. I'm a very visual, hands-on person. I can't do spreadsheets and things like that. If you can, that's fine. Do whatever works for you as long as you're tracking it and you have a plan. You have a plan. Like I have, my plan is 51,000 points. That's them a lot of points. But also, since he's never given us points for current consultants that are hitting lead and star for the first time. So if I have a certified consultant that hits star within this time period, that's 2,000 points for me and a ton of points for them because they have their personal promotion points and they get 1,000 for certified, 1,500 for lead, and 2,000 for star. So that's a ton of points for them right there too. So that is how I'm working.
Talk to them about your experience with past incentives.
Okay, so I am now
So
spoiled.
me and Faith have actually we went to Cancun together, right?
Yeah, we were in Cancun.
Yeah, and that was definitely the first time like I actually like hung out with Faith. Y'all, she's a trip, okay? And then
we hung out in Spain.
Yeah, we did hang out in Spain. Never mind. That was the first trip.
Yeah, that was our first trip, I think, together.
We were together in Florida, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. My husband couldn't go on that one, so I took a girlfriend, so I was probably with her.
Yes. You're right. Okay. So
but she then joined Scentsy after me.
Yeah, exactly. That was your your mastermind behind that.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell them how awesome Scentsy trips are. And what Faith just went over, they are very attainable. And guys, I think Faith already said this, but it is easier for a new consultant or someone who is at Essential or Certified to earn these trips than it is for me and Faith, okay? Because you get those promotion points, okay? So that is why we're saying, like, Scentsy makes these very, very attainable to earn these trips. So Faith, tell them why you will never miss another Scentsy trip.
Yeah, I think first of all, never promote outside of incentive period. It's 10,000 points down. But my first incentive trip was Punta Cana, and I earned it for 2 because that was my goal. I was like, I'm gonna take my husband. And before an incentive trip, Matt has always been supportive. Like, if you know my husband, if you meet him on an incentive trip, he's like the most normal guy. He's super laid back. He's super sweet. And he's always been supportive. But after we went on that first trip, so they flew us to Punta Cana. They got us a private car. We actually flew down early. We flew down a day or 2 early before Scentsy came because we were like, we're going to enjoy this vacation. But they paid for per diem, for travel days. They paid for our flight. They paid for transportation to and from the location. When we got there, there was this huge welcome party. And when you get there, typically at the welcome party, there's always food. There's the best food. They give you gifts, like they're handing out stuff left and right. You like sign up your name and they're like, welcome. And you go into this crazy room that we would never be able to afford, right? And it had like a bar inside, like the bar was inside of like a closet and it pulled out. There was a hot tub in the middle of the room. The
What?
view, yeah.
I missed that one.
Did you miss Spoons again? That was before you joined though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then there was like this, like our view. You could probably fit 20 people on our deck. Like on our balcony. You could probably fit 20 people on our balcony. And all you could see was the ocean and palm trees. And every night they would have an event. All your food was paid for because normally it's at an all-inclusive. So you can eat and drink as much as you want. You will gain weight. Also, be careful because typically 9 months after a Cincy incentive, there's like a surge in Cincy babies. So yeah, every night when we would go out, it's like the Cincy elves knew we were gone, and they would come and they would drop gifts in your room. They're called room drops. Drop a gift, room drop. So every night would come back and it would be stuff from local places. Like in Cancun, we got bath bombs. Oh my God, I still haven't used my bath bomb.
I haven't used mine either.
I can't do it. I can't. It's in the shape of a sugar skull, and it's in pink pomegranate, which is like one of my favorite. No, pink promenade, which is an amazing scent. And they had like a Coco DVD from Disney, and on the Mediterranean cruise, like we had one night pastas.
Do you remember the map they gave us, and it had where the cruise went?
Yes.
The locations of the cruise. I still haven't gotten a frame for it, but that's literally my favorite gift that Cincy has ever given us.
Yeah, I think that one's rolled up somewhere. I try and keep like I have like a, not a vision board, but I have like a little board over here on this wall, and I have stuff pinned to it. Like when you go, you get like Cincy pins, like I don't know, you just get cool stuff. And like we have beach parties. We had beach parties in Florida. Like I got to hold a baby alligator in Florida. Ray got to skydive, parasail. They always pay for at least one excursion typically when we do something. So you get to do things. You get to snorkel. You get to zip line. You get to do all these things that we would not have done if it wasn't for Cincy. And once you take an incentive, like once you earn one, you will never miss one. Like I was sad that we didn't get to go to Bermuda because like we had planned to go to New York early and spend a few days in New York. And then, Bermuda, we were going to rent a car and do our own thing and just drive around the city, but it happened, Corona happened. So.
Well, thank you for sharing. Do you have anything else you want to add?
No, I think you guys can all earn this, and thank you for letting me share. And I can't wait to see you guys on this trip.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. You're the best, especially on short texting you.
No, girl, you're fine because I had all my notes prepared from mine.
Perfect.
I was like digging through the trash, and I was like, I know I just did this training. I need to find it, but I'm glad I could help. And hopefully this helped somebody. I know my big board is crazy, but it works for me.
Awesome. And a lot of people commented saying that they loved it. So maybe they're going to go too.
And I have training on my YouTube channel about that as well if you guys want to join. I mean, I have 59 subscribers, so watch out. But yeah, I have a ton of training on there. I just uploaded some training today too, so check it out.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay. Well, I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Let me. Okay. So she left. So. Okay. So a couple. Oh. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, y'all can hear me. Okay. So a couple of things. Before I think Hannah's gonna go first. So I just want to go off of what Faith said. So every single one of you can earn this trip, okay? I want every single one of you to earn this trip because I have been on incentives where none of my teamies earned it, and it's not a fun time, okay? So it's literally so much fun when I have teamies that earn it and they can go with me. Okay. It literally changes the game. So, couple things. If you are working your business around the 3 legs of success, you will earn this trip. Okay. And Hannah's going to talk about PRV. Sarah's going to talk about recruiting. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about, sorry, that was split. Hannah's going to talk about recruiting. Sarah's going to talk about PRV. And I'm going to talk a little bit about training and mentoring after them. Okay. So, yeah. All right, Hannah.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yep. And I'm going to
My
spot.
Wi-Fi. Okay, my Wi-Fi is just like horrible.
Yep.
Hi guys. So for those of you who don't know me, which is probably really rare because I'm all over the team page, my name is Hannah Gonzalez, and I am currently a STAR consultant based out of East Hampton, New York. If you guys don't know where that is, I live in the Hamptons. I'm about 3 hours from New York City. So next time, we're not in quarantine, feel free to hit me up and I'll come see you. So I have been lucky enough to grow my team tremendously over the past 3 months. Thank you, Sensi, for your join specials and your, amazing trainings. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about what I'm doing as far as sponsoring and how I sponsored 11 people over the past 3 months, and how I have 6 host to join parties going on right now. So I'm growing my team. I'm coming for Director Boo. I'm coming for it. So how am I getting people to join my team? So when I joined Sensi, I didn't know what Sensi was. I didn't know what the products were. I knew absolutely nothing about it. I knew that it was an elite direct sales, because I've been in direct sales before and I was okay with them, but they weren't, structured the way that we are. So, when I got my kit, I started on a $15 kit and I had a mini warmer and I had like 5 little testers and a wax bar, and I ran with it. And let me tell you, that wax bar was pink cotton and I fell in love right away, let me tell you. So it's really important to try to get a product in somebody's hand. It's very important to explain how the products work. Even if you're just utilizing your stories, if you're just posting like a little video on just your regular Facebook page, it doesn't even have to be a business page. You could make a video and be like, hey guys, if you guys have a warmer, this is how you change the wax. You know how many times people message me and they're like, I don't know how to change the wax. How do I get the wax out of here? Make sure that you're educating your people. So after they're like fully in love with a product, and don't tell me you're not in love with a product, because every single one of you can name at least one thing that you will run to that website for. And 99% of us is Disney. Okay, if you don't have something you love, find something Disney. Okay. So getting the product in their hand will make them fall in love with it. When they fall in love with it, then they become passionate about it. Then they start to believe in the product itself. I'm also building relationships outside of Sensi. I mean, I message them about Sensi, but I don't always talk about Sensi. When I message them about Sensi, I'll message them like a couple days later, and I'll talk to them about personal things that are going on in their lives. Like, I go through their social media. I find out if they have kids, if they've just had a surgery, if they've just, gotten engaged. Congratulations, Morgan. So, like, you need to be intentional with the way that you create your relationships with people. I'm an extrovert. I love people. I've been in quarantine since the beginning of March. I love people. I'm finding all new ways to meet people, and you better believe I'm in your inbox. If you're not a Sensi consultant, I'm in your inbox. So building relationships, don't just talk about Sensi. Genuinely talk about something else about them. Build a genuine relationship with them. Let them learn to trust you as not just a Sensi consultant, but as a person. And that literally will change the whole entire aspect of your relationship once they're on your team. So also, getting people to join. People see how I follow up and how I provide customer service. I am very big in my team with instilling how important it is to practice exceptional customer service. Not good customer service, exceptional customer service. And if they don't know how, I'm sitting there one-on-one teaching them how to be nice to people, how to genuinely talk to people about the products, how to share the products, and how to do it in their own way, because everybody's different. Everybody has a different approach to things. And so with my thank yous, I do really extravagant thank yous for my customers. And when they post them and when they go through them, everybody's like, what's in that? What's in that? And 90% of the time, it's something that I've made. I've made a little room spray in there, or I've made a little Scentsy soak little packet for them. And they're like, oh, well, does Scentsy just give you this stuff to give out? No, I make it myself. It's the best part of Scentsy. I share it with my son. My son makes the samples with me. And it's completely safe for him to be around. It's great. I also have monthly incentives for my VIP customers. So not only do I spoil the crap out of them, but I always add an incentive, because that gets them to want to buy. And that's how they buy every single month. I have the same people buy 3-4 times a month with me, because I'm following up with them, because I'm sending out emails, because I'm posting incentives on my VIP page. So what I'm currently doing is I kind of fed off Ray's idea with the spend $35 or more and be entered to win something. So last month I did a fragrance flower, and I got a ton of orders just because people wanted a fragrance flower. Like, how cool was that? So this month I'm offering something from the fall collection. They don't know what it is because I don't know what it is. I'm waiting to see what I get in my kits first. So then I'll show them what it is. So definitely offering an incentive helps them not only purchase, but it also helps them reach out to their people as well to try to get them to order from you, which is really cool, because they want to share the love too. They're like, hey, I'm getting all this free stuff. Let me share it with you too. So let me see. So I also reach out to a lot of people on social media. I'm strictly home-based, 110%, even before quarantine. I live in an area, Hamptons might sound nice, and it is 99% of the time, but it's not a safe place for you to do in-home parties. So what I do is I do my business completely online. I've been a consultant for a little over a year and 2 months, and everything I've done is online. I take full advantage of Facebook. I take full advantage of Instagram. If you don't have one, get one. Use those hashtags, because you will find some followers. Literally, people want to see your life. So as you're posting on social media, more and more people are gonna be like, oh, hey, I want to do what you're doing. I want to see what you've got. Tell me about your stuff. So the more I post, the more people see my things. The more people see my things, the more people I can reach out to. So if they like my post, or if they comment on my post, I reach out to them. I'm not just cold calling. I'm kind of cold calling, but you like my post. So that's an open invitation for me to message you and be like, hey. So what I do is I'll reach out to them and I'll be like, hey, if you've never tried Scentsy before, let me hook you up. So what I'll send them is I'll send them a product list. I'll send them a wax sample. I'll send them my business card and a warmer of the month brochure. With the warmer of the month brochure, I put a scent sticker of the scent of the month in that brochure. Boom, they've got a sample. So wax sample, I make it look pretty. I put it in a pretty holographic bag and I make it look pretty. They think it's amazing. They think it's like the coolest thing ever, and they can use it whether they have a warmer or not. So I do make my really cool exclusive samples though, but those are only for the customers that actually spend the money. You buy with me, you become my VIP, you get awesome samples. Exclusive. So I also, on social media, while I'm browsing through people's pages, because that's all I'm doing all day long, I am reaching out to people who have done direct sales before. I was able to juggle 3 different direct sales businesses at once before Scentsy, way before Scentsy. And I figure, well, if I could do it, why can't you do it? So there are a lot of people who are on our team that actually do another company as well, which is really cool. And that's why I reach out to those people who have a history in direct sales, because they kind of have a foundation in this business. They kind of know what to expect. And you want those people on your team, because those are the people that are going to reach out to other people. Those are the people that aren't going to be afraid to step out of the box, to try new things and to take in the trainings. You want to get them excited about this business. So that's why, there was a woman who actually messaged me the other day about how she really wanted to join, but she had a really bad experience with her last company. She didn't have the proper training. She didn't have the proper support. And literally, this business has started to change her life already, just because of the environment that we've started to build. And so when I'm trying to get people interested in joining, I mentioned the perks. A lot of people don't know that, our environment is so good. Originally, when I had started this business 1.5 years ago, I started for the money. I wanted money. Isn't that the reason most of us join? But I stayed for the environment. Honestly, if the environment was not as good as it is, I probably would have been gone months ago, because I needed this environment. I needed a support system. And that's exactly what we find here. And that's exactly what you need to promote to other people, because there could be somebody out there that needs a support system. And let me tell you, there's a lot of people on my team who didn't join for the money. A lot of people joined because they wanted to be closer to me. They wanted to have somebody to talk to, which is great, because look at them now. They're promoting, they're recruiting, they're going freaking crazy. And I'm so proud of them. It's amazing. Like, they're doing things that they never thought they could do before. And I just want to cry thinking about it. I'm not going to do that. So literally, the you can do it too attitude is so important. So important. So a lot of our other consultants talk about how you're not supposed to compare yourself to other people. I like to believe in the opposite. I compare myself to other people positively, not negatively. I pick the things that Ray is doing. I pick the things that Chastity and Katie and Chloe are doing. And I try to find what works for me. I take a little bit of all what they're doing, and I found something that works real good for me. So it doesn't even necessarily have to be exactly what they're doing. We don't have to be carbon copies of each other. But this is why it's so great in this business, because there's thousands of different ways for us to be successful and for us to support each other throughout this entire business. It's amazing. And so why do people want to join my team? I'm not trying to sound cocky, but I like to think I'm pretty kind, and I offer no judgment. I know what it's like to be with nothing. I know what it's like to be without anybody, and I know what it's like to be at rock bottom. And I literally welcome you with an open heart. Faith had said that she interviews people when she gives out a potential kit, because it's like a job. I'm opposite. I give you a chance because you want it. And I'm going to give you the training, and I'm going to give you my heart and soul, and I'm going to believe in you even when you don't believe in yourself. And honestly, I think that's why people are sticking around on my team, because I have a positive outlook. I don't post negative things on social media, and that is so, so important. I can't tell you how many people on social media post like negative things. I posted one thing the entire 6 months of this crazy coronavirus. I posted one thing and I had like 40 comments. I was like, delete. Can't do it. Can't do it. No matter how bad I want to post that passive aggressive post, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'll post it and I'll set those settings to me just so I could see it. Don't do it. Because if people see where you lie on a certain opinion or a certain event that's going on, then people start to take sides. And I don't want that. I don't want people to think of me one way or think of me as another way. I want people to think of me as, there's Hannah. She's like the hippie girl who loves everybody. Literally, if you met me at World Tour, you got a hug. You got a hug. I hug people. I love people. So literally how I treat my team is absolutely important to me, because not everybody started with the same support that everybody else did. You know, there may be some people who had family and friends who had the money to support them, to help them get to certified in their first week or their first month. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. It probably took me, like 6 months maybe to get to certified, because I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I didn't implement the trainings. I didn't reach out when I needed to, when I should have. And so I know that a lot of people, like I know with my anxiety, like I'm afraid to reach out to people sometimes. So I can only imagine how other people are. So I'm the first person to reach out to you. If you're on my team, I'm the first person to reach out to you. Every single morning, I reach out to like 90% of my team, you know, the people that actually like message me back. And I'm like, hey, good morning. I just want to let you know, this is where you're at. This is what you need to promote. This is how far you are. And I get them excited first thing in the morning. I try to get them excited first thing in the morning. A lot of time they're like, go have your coffee. Like, ease up. So, but like when people see how you treat your team, I mean, I offer incentives. I've started these really cute goodie boxes. I don't even have one next to me to show. So I have like these really cute boxes that I got that I'm like making up for all my teamies, because I should have done it in the first place. Team appreciation, numero uno. When somebody joins your team, send them something. Send them some happy mail. I should have been doing this from the beginning and I didn't. So now I'm about to have my UPS guy is going to have a heart attack. I've got 17 teamies that are about to get all the love-ins over the next week, because I want them to know that they're appreciated. And a few of my teamies who aren't ready to grow their own team, and that's okay, because there are some people who do get to certified and they're like, I don't want to go any higher. I don't want to build a team. I don't want that responsibility. And that's okay. That's okay. You could do it when you're ready. I have a few teamies like that who they just, I don't know. Sorry, I'm like, I have a few teamies like that who, you know, they're not ready to sponsor, but they reach out to other people to join and they're like, join under my sponsor. And I'm like, no, like take them. I will help you train them. And it's like, I get it. I get that I'm like trying to be a great leader, but if they want to join, they want to join under you. And that's what I'm trying to train. I'm trying to train good leaders. And so far, so good. My team is freaking fire, guys. So also people see the fun that Mason and I have making samples. That is very, very important. Implement your kids, implement your pets, share the products. I had somebody tell me the other day that they were absolutely miserable with their last direct sales business, and I make it look so fun. I make direct sales look fun. It's not just any direct sales, it's Scentsy, because I love the product, because I believe in the product, because I genuinely use the product. I think it's very important to be your team's biggest cheerleader. Biggest cheerleader. Because there are times when I don't believe in myself. There are times when I don't want to get out of bed. I suffer with chronic depression, I know you guys probably don't realize that because I'm always so happy. But there are times where I literally have to drag myself out of bed because I don't want to work. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to reach out to anybody, but I have to force myself to do it. And 9 times out of 10 on those days, when I get up and I do the work and I do reach out to those teamies, at least one of those teamies is feeling the same exact way as me. And they're so glad that I reached out to them first. Definitely build a relationship bigger than just Scentsy, because it's so important to have not just obviously the monetary aspect, but to have that social support as well. I've been in quarantine with the same people for like 6 months. It is so wonderful to have a bigger support system outside of the house. So setting personal goals for my teamies is really important. So like a lot of them have slower starts, which is absolutely fine. So I had found a really cool system from Chastity Robinson about daily systems. I created a weekly system. I listed out what I need to do during the week, and daily systems, what I need to do each day, little goals. And I implement that with each one of my teamies because everybody is different. Everybody has their own needs. And a lot of people may not know this, but I'm legally blind. 5 years ago, I had brain surgery and had a tubing system installed in my brain. So I can't see out of my left eye, and I have very limited sight out of my right eye. And I am very physically limited right now. But I'm working on that. And when people say that they can't do this business, or they don't think they can do this business, I'm like, listen, look what I'm doing. Look at what people worse off than me are doing. If you want to do it, you will find the time to do it. It literally takes 15 minutes a day of posting. I mean, I'm on all day long because I love my team and I love harassing people, but that's just me, sharing the Scentsy love all day, every day. It's very, very important to take advantage of our joint specials. Very important. We have a joint special every month. Every month. $99 kit. This month you get a double kit. Do that. Do that. Promote that. If you
Hannah,
get
I wanna like cut in too. So
yeah.
I don't think a lot of people know this. Like, I'm your sponsor, but you rolled up to me. Like, I did not know Hannah before she joined. She actually joined under a consultant that went inactive, and you didn't know her either, did you?
No, I did not.
So I want you to talk a little bit about that, because I know you did not get much training from her either.
Let me tell you.
I want you to hit on that a little bit too, okay?
Okay, so when I joined, so a few years ago when I was told that I would never be able to work like again. So direct sales had been like the next best thing for me, something I can do from home. And all these other companies were just falling through. And I've always heard of Scentsy, but I never really knew what it was. And it was like the elite company of direct sales. And I was like, whoa, like if I'm going to spend $99 for a kit, like this company's like big, like this is a big deal. So literally like one day I was just on Facebook and I searched Scentsy rep or something like that. And this girl had popped up, and well, a list of them pop up. But I was looking at their followers to see how many people were following them. And then I would click on their profiles and see who was like most currently active and who was consistent. If they're posting every day, I was like, this is the person I want to get with. So I reached out to her. And I was like, she didn't tell me anything about earning my kit. Nothing. I could have earned my kit, guys. So I had asked her a whole bunch of questions about the business, and then she finally reached out to me and she was like, oh, it's May. We're doing our 15-year anniversary $15 joint special. I jumped on it.
And you know what's funny, Hannah? I was working full-time as a nurse, and I can still remember the exact day that you must have reached out, because she texted me and she said, oh my God, I just had a random girl message me and she wants to join. What do I do? And I was like, well, help her join. And look at you now.
I know. She like literally, like, I would check in with her. She wouldn't reach out to me. And I was like, I need some type of training. And she's like, oh, you got workstation, I'll do all your training. And then she was like, oh, you know Chloe Cox? I'm like, no, like acting like, no, I didn't at the time. I genuinely didn't know who she was. So she was like, oh, here's her YouTube channel, use these trainings. Okay. So I would like check in with her like every week. I'd be like, this is where I'm at in my business. This is what I've done this week. And she'd be like, okay, cool. And then eventually she just fell off the face of the planet and went inactive. I still talk to her, and ironically enough, she's one of my biggest customers right now. I can't even. So crazy how it happens. But literally if I had the training that I give to my teamies, I would be director right now. At least.
Yeah.
At least.
And honestly, I will say, so I had no idea who you were when you first joined, because your sponsor wasn't even under me. She was underneath one of my front lines. So you were like way down. And you know, it's hard to connect with every single person on your team, especially when you get like to a certain amount of people. And then the only reason I knew who you were, Hannah, is because you showed up every single day on our team page. No matter what, you were posting, whether it was motivational or you were sharing a training you watched. You showed up every day, and that's exactly how I knew who you were. It's because you showed up. So I want you guys to know that, like, showing up is how you're going to build your business. Okay? And
Absolutely.
It does not matter who your sponsor is. They are not, honestly, yes, as a sponsor, you should be there for your teamies, okay? You should help them and mentor them. But at the end of the day, like, if you want to make something out of this business, it's up to you. It doesn't matter who your sponsor is. Chloe Cox has a crappy sponsor. Katie Lassiter has a crappy sponsor. Hannah, you initially had a crappy sponsor, like, to be honest. So if you guys are blaming your success on your sponsor, that's not an excuse. Okay, that's not a good enough reason for why you can't be successful. And yes, we are all on our own journey. So like Hannah said, it took her 6 months to get certified. That's perfectly fine. But look at her now. She's a star consultant on her way to director. And it's going to happen in the next like 3 months, like probably before then, like mark my words. So Hannah, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just wanted to make sure. I wanted you to tell your story on that. So.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Yeah, no, like it's been a crazy ride. I literally trained myself. And when I found out who Chloe Cox was, like I went like OD crazy and watched all her videos like 18 times a day. I woke up to Chloe Cox. I went to sleep to Chloe Cox. Like her trainings are instilled in my brain. So when I was finally rolled up to Ray Ray, I was like, what? She's like elite too. What is this? So it was like it was like so cool, because you know there's like the 4 like main SSDs of our group that are like always around and always doing what they're supposed to be doing, and it was just like so cool to be rolled up to you. So cool. So fun tips on advertising your people joining underneath you. 200 PRV parties. You should be at least doing that. Every single time, I have an open party for myself every month. So when that party hits 500 PRV and no less, I give someone a free kit. I reach out to people I mainly give the free kits to people who have reached out to me before about wanting to join. They haven't been able to afford the kit for whatever reason. And there are a lot of people who really don't want to host a party to earn their kit for whatever reason. You know, a lot of people are like, oh no, I don't have a lot of friends, but I want to join anyway. So gift a kit. There were like 2 people, I think, over the past few months who have messaged me, and they were like, I've seen that you give away free kits. Do you have some kind of program that I can donate to? And I was like, what? So it was like really, really cool. So I was like, sure. So they sent me money and I sent them a ton of Scentsy. And they were so grateful. And I was so grateful because I was able to gift a kit to someone very, very easily. That doesn't always happen, but that was wonderful. Like, if it happens, take advantage of that. Jump on that. Definitely always ask your host if they want to join. Before you even tell them, like, hey, pick out your wish list of what you want to do with your rewards. No, hey, these are your rewards. Do you want a $59 kit or do you want to try to aim for your free kit? Try to get people to join and don't take no for an answer. A lot of people will throw excuses at you. I used to be one of the biggest people with excuses, and I used to lack confidence. And over the past year, I've gotten all that out of my system. And I am a good excuse knocker outer. If you give me an excuse, I will give you 20 reasons why you're wrong. why you can do this business when you say that you can't. Also, Chastity Robinson had this really awesome tip. So I know a lot of you guys are new, so you may not have heard this, and I can't remember what video she did it on, but you can give a kit and not lose your host rewards. So all you need, use your half-offs and use those rewards, but leave at least 1 cent of those free host rewards, and you can still give someone a $59 kit. What? Fun fact. Okay, so what you do is your host will be where you will change your host to who is going to get the kit. Put in all your rewards first. All your rewards first. Then you make the host who's going to get the kit. Then under the host rewards, when you still have that penny left, you're going to type in host exclusive kit, or just kit, it'll pop up. And then it'll send that, you click on that, it'll send them an email. They have 24 hours to fill it out. And the address that they fill out on the form in their email is where their kit will be sent to. The items in the host cart will be sent either to the host or to you, wherever you're going to have that shipped. So you don't even have to worry about you changing the host and them getting your stuff. That's not a thing. It's not going to happen. So that was a really cool fun fact. And that's what I do a lot too, because I am addicted to scent circles. So I get a ton of scent circles through every single party. So I can give them out to like everybody. And I always make sure to try to gift a kit. 99% of my team has signed up through an earn a kit. And I think it's absolutely amazing. So yeah, offer it to everybody because you really don't know who would I say yes. And it doesn't necessarily have to be somebody who's obsessed with Scentsy. And that's what my teenies and I had talked about earlier. They're like, I was like, listen, if you get a teenie under you, you can hit lead. You're so close. But they're like, oh, well, sorry. But they're like, they're nervous about getting, sorry, my son's like coming in the room. He like throws me off. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I just lost my train of thought. Okay, talking to teamies about hitting lead. What was my overall point? Kits, I believe. Was that where I was? I completely lost my spot. Okay, so I was trying to explain to them. They're like, they're nervous about having people join their team. And they're nervous about being a good, sorry. Thank you. They're nervous about being a good sponsor. And I'm instilling the fact that I'm literally going to be there training you every step of the way. And it doesn't necessarily have to be somebody who loves Scentsy. It could be somebody who you see who's having a rough time. Somebody who you see is having a rough time mentally. Maybe they're just having a real rough time financially. Is there somebody in your life who you see who could use an extra paycheck? I can probably think of 1,000 people off the top of my head who could probably use an extra paycheck. Doesn't mean they're going to join, but it's worth reaching out to them and being like, hey, I have this company. Let me tell you about it. Let me tell you about the perks. Let me tell you about how I'm going to stand by you through thick and thin and help you build a solid foundation. And I'm going to be your biggest cheerleader. So it's definitely, there are literally like a million different ways to advertise yourself. If you advertise yourself as a good person and you try to build a good environment for your team, then people will want to be a part of that. And I think that's what makes our team so amazing, is the fact that everybody is so welcoming and everybody's so open and we're all so supportive with each other, and people want to join our team, not just for the goods, not just for the money, but for that emotional support as well. I know it definitely helps me out. So yeah, does anybody have any questions?
Let me double check. You did absolutely like amazing.
Thank
So yeah, no one had any questions. Unless you guys have questions now, you can go ahead and unmute yourself and ask Hannah all the questions. You killed it. And you look beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I really like your perspective on gifting kits. So, you know, you already mentioned that Faith has a completely different perspective. Like, she does kind of interviews to give kits away. I'm sure that she has more that goes into that. Like, I'm wondering, does she give free kits, you know, with her host rewards? Is she giving just the $59 kit? I'm not sure, but I really like how you gift your kits to people who you don't even know if they're going to make anything out of the business. But at the end of the day, like, it is a blessing, and you know, it's up to them if they want to make something out of it or not. So you give them that opportunity. And I actually have a kit right now that I'm trying to gift, and I have not found anyone that wants it. And I'm like, okay, I need to go through and find
Me
someone
too.
yeah. So but I do want to say a couple things. Incentives have to be offered privately, okay? Especially for those for our newbies that are up here. If you're offering an incentive, it has to be privately, okay? Because if you're doing it publicly, it's against compliance. And then same thing, when you're gifting a kit, you can't announce it saying like, hey, I have a free kit to give away, okay? You have to say you have a discounted kit, or you can say like you have a kit that you can use your host rewards for to give, okay? Because at the end of the day, it's not a free gift. You're using those host rewards to get the kit at no out-of-pocket cost. So I just want you guys to be aware of that.
I try to say that I have like an exclusive join kit deal or like an exclusive deal, because then people are like, oh, it's limited supply. I want in on it.
Yeah, that's perfect. Well, I like that, because then you're like, yeah, it's like, you know, a one-time offer. Okay, well, if y'all don't have any questions, then Hannah, thank you. You killed it. And now it's Sarah's turn. So Sarah's going to be talking about PRV. Okay, y'all, let me just brag on her for one. First of all, Hannah has sponsored 11 freaking people in the last 3 months. Okay, like, blown away. Every time I turn around, I'm getting an email that says Hannah Gonzalez sponsored a newbie. And I'm like, where should she find these people, for one? And then Sarah has literally, since she joined, which, Sarah, have you been a consultant for even 6 months now? A little backstory, Sarah was one of my best customers, and I had asked her to join literally months ago, probably like a year ago, and she literally told me, no, I'd rather support you. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And then she came to me randomly and was like, hey, I want to join. And I'm like, what? You want to join? So ever since she joined, she has had over 3,000 PRV, y'all. Okay. She blows PRV out of the park. So I'm really excited to hear from her, and I hope you guys are too. So Sarah, I'm going to spotlight you. Let me find you up here. Okay. All right, girl, go ahead.
All right. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Sarah Davis. I'm actually in my 6th month right now of selling Scentsy. And like Rachel said, I was not about this life. Like, I wanted to buy from her. I did not want to sell at all. I've done
start.
what?
Before you start, this is a super important fact. Me and Sarah did not know each other
Prior to Scentsy.
So somehow we connected through Scentsy. I don't even know how. I think through social media, right?
Yep.
Started purchasing from me, and then I took care of her as a customer, and she continued to purchase for me. And then I remember the first time we ever met was like at some type of, what was it? Like
It was at the fair.
Yeah, it was a fair. And are you going to the fair? And so yeah, that's how we met up. So that just goes to show that sharing on social media can bring you customers, and then taking care of your customers, they will continue to come back to you. Okay, go ahead, Sarah.
So I was not about this life. I've actually done a couple of direct sales things before. So when I was a lot younger, I did Pampered Chef. It just wasn't for me. I tried doing all the home parties. They weren't for me. And when I joined, I told Rachel, I was like, I don't know if I can do home parties. I just don't know if I can. And she was like, don't worry. I don't think you really have to. You know, I don't really do a whole lot of home parties. And then COVID hit, and I didn't have to do any home parties. And I was like, this is fabulous. So anyway, I've done Pampered Chef. I actually still have a consultant ID with Arbonne and Rodan & Fields. I never sold either one of them. I literally joined just to get the discount. You don't even get a kit, I don't think. So you can't even call me like a kidnapper. But anyway, so really and truly, you just have to find something that you're passionate about. And for me, that was Scentsy. But like I said, I didn't want to do this. Like, I was, so about buying from Rachel. And then I just remembered, like, I'm constantly buying $200 a month myself, or not a month, but like every other month or something like that. And I was like, wow, I was following her journey, and I was seeing how positive and upbeat she was, and, how she was sharing her story, and how she didn't really care what other people thought. And I wanted that life. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna see if I can do this. So a lot of things that I've written down a lot of stuff, because there are a lot of things that go into actually consistently getting high PRV. So the first thing is follow-up systems. So if you don't have a follow-up system, you need to get one. Like, it's when Chloe Cox and Rachel say, if you don't have a follow-up system, you need one from day one, you do. Because really and truly, customers will come out of the woodwork and you will be lost. From my follow-up system, I get repeat customers constantly. So I did pull out my follow-up system. So if you can see this is like the Chloe Cox follow-up system, but it's modified. So I do plan on sharing this with you guys. I've just got to figure out how to get the Google Drive on Facebook and all that jazz. But I use this for every single order. And basically it says like what their name is, how much they spent, what type of order it is. Did I send a thank you like within 24 hours, so like a text message? Did I send a thank you piece of mail within 72 hours? Do I follow them on social media? What's their favorite product? Was their order delivered and received? Are they new VIP? And then were they referral? So super important. I do plan on modifying this again. So I might do that before I post it online, but I will post it, I promise. Finally. So another thing that I do, so along with the follow-up system, that thank you mail that I do within 72 hours is extremely important. I have a ton of customers share that on social media, and it actually gets me new customers, which is pretty cool. So this is the little thank you PWS order thank you mail sheet that I think I shared on the 176 Roots group, and I think Rachel shared it too. I have modified it a little bit. So I will share this again. But these are the things, and it's by amount, so amount that they spent. These are the things that I put in every single piece of thank you mail so that I can keep track of what I actually send people, because if you're like me, I really have to have a list to tell, like, to be like, all right, I sent this person a thank you note. I sent this person a send of the month flyer, that kind of thing. Like, I literally have to have everything written down. So total pen and paper girl. I love technology. I can use it. Total pen and paper girl though. So truthfully, when you mail things to your customers, always include something handwritten. Even if it's a small order, include something handwritten. Sometimes I will even do like these little thank you notes that say, hey, your order might take a little bit of time, but be patient with us because it is COVID. So that kind of thing. I'll still handwrite something at the bottom, because if you treat your customers like gold, they will come back. I promise you. And like Hannah said, customer service is extremely important, and that's where a lot of my orders come from. It's from follow-ups, from repeat customers that are just trying to get a refill on their stuff. So yeah, like Hannah said, I had the same customers repeat like a sale every like 3 or 4 times a month. So same customers. Another thing that's really, really big now, and sorry if my cat walks in front of the phone. He's on top of my desk, so he's in the way. Anyway, really important, Scentsy Club. So I talk about it constantly on my stories on social media, but Scentsy Club, I include it in every thank you piece of mail. So, yeah, he literally is. He's right here. He's probably going to walk in front of the camera soon. I talk about Scentsy Club all the time. So I currently, and I even have my own Scentsy Club membership, because that is extremely important as well, I believe, because if you don't have your own Scentsy Club membership, how do you know how it works? You don't. See, he's right there. How do you know how it works? Like, I even told my mom the other day, I was like, I'm not exactly sure how, my mom signed up, and I said, I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work, but try it out, because I need to know. I need to understand how it's going to work on your end so that I know for customers in the future. Currently I have 14 club subscribers, including myself, and and I have 3 more joining soon that I know of that I'll be following up with before the weekend. So Scentsy Club is the easiest way to get repeat PRV. The easiest way. Honestly, I haven't gone through it and figured up exactly how much in PRV every month that I get from Scentsy Club, but I imagine it's over $500. So with my order, it's over 100. So I know that. So Scentsy Club is extremely important. So that's a good way to also get repeat customers. And don't forget that if they sign up for Scentsy Club, they get their consumables. But if there's a warmer that they want, they're still going to buy from you. They're still going to buy from you. So Scentsy Club is only for their consumables. So during this transition month, I have pointed all of my customers to Scentsy Club and said, hey, the bars are sold out on our website. However, if you sign up for Scentsy Club, you can get them, and Scentsy's going to make them for you forever. So if you want any of those summer fragrances, you need to sign up for Scentsy Club immediately. So that's a really good way of getting PRV every single month. Another thing, party. Like, so when I first started, I actually did a video about this where I was like, I can't even get people to party with me. Like, I was in a rut where I had the same customers that was my family. This cat. I had the same customers, and like, I could not get out of like this little teeny tiny circle that I had. And then all of a sudden I had a couple of parties. My cousin did a party for me. My cousin did a party for me. And then I had a good friend do a party for me. And they literally started coming out of the woodwork, like just new customers everywhere. And I was like, oh, I don't even know these people, but hey, how are y'all? So when you party, I always shoot for 4 parties a month, at least 4 parties a month. And that's 1 per week. So that's my minimum. If I don't have 4, that month is like, I need to reach out. people. And so I will. So another thing that's also helped me with partying is actually starting a party close to the end of the month. Helps me jumpstart my PRV when the next month starts. I noticed that 2 months in a row. I had a really, really, really good party at the end of June, which helped jumpstart my July. It was over a $1,300 party. It was great. And yeah, so my July currently is at 3643. Sitting here looking at the workstation right now. But that party jump-started my July, and then I had all of that PRV from, you know, Scent of the Month, Warmer of the Month, Scentsy Club orders that were processing, limited time offers, which I'm going to get to, all of these things. That's how you kind of accumulate PRV. Let's see, what else? So partying also gets you repeat and new customers. So that's another thing. I kind of wanted to tell y'all with each little activity, like what kind of customer you're going to get. You're going to get a repeat customer, you're going to get new customers. So partying gets you repeat and new customers. The next biggest thing that I do, I try to do it every single day. I don't really get to every single day, but I try to be present in some way, is social media. So I share on social media, and that's probably the best marketing tip that I can give you. Just share what you're using. And like, I'm always on my stories consistently with what I'm doing throughout the day. If I'm using counter clean, or if I'm changing my wax, or if I'm, you know, putting oils in my diffuser, or if I'm using Scentsy Fresh on my bed, I'm always in my stories. So people watch stories, but not everybody watches stories. So I also try to post on social media as well. I don't post as much as I would like. Stories just tend to be easier for me, but posting does actually help. Emails also help from your workstation. I don't send a ton of emails from my workstation, but you get those customers that aren't on social media. So emails from your workstation do help. Let's see. I always say this. You can't sell something that you don't use. You cannot. You can't. Like, you literally cannot. So when I was selling Pampered Chef, I used Pampered Chef all the time, but I didn't really want to sell it. Like, I had no interest in trying to get somebody to buy it. Rodan and Fields, I use that, but I'm not trying to sell it. Same thing with art, like just all these companies, all these direct sales companies, like I use the products, but I don't want to sell it. But Scentsy is different. Like Scentsy, I use the products, but I get so hype about the products that I want to share it. I want to share it with everybody. And I want to say, like, oh my God, my house doesn't smell like animals. I have 2 dogs and a cat, and my house doesn't smell like animals because I use Scentsy. And you should too, and here's why. Or here are some of my favorite fragrances, or whatever. So yeah, you can't sell something that you don't use yourself. It's just not going to happen. Okay, limited time offers. So limited time offers, I get a lot of pre-orders for limited time offers, but not every limited time offer. So that is one of my things that I wanted to talk about limited time offers is, don't get discouraged if a limited time offer, like if it drops and you don't have a single pre-order or a single order. Like, don't get discouraged, because that's happened to me several times. Like, you just have to know your customer base, because my customer base my people don't have a lot of kids. Some of my people do have kids, but they're just not interested. So you have to know your customers and know how to market or to promote to them. So there have been a couple of like the Disney limited time offers I didn't have a single order for, but that's okay. That's fine. Because like the letterboard warmer, I had 10 pre-orders for that. What was something else the Squeeze a Day bundle back in like March or April or whatever month that was, I had like 15 pre-orders for that. So, I mean, you have to know your customer base and actually like reach out to people and say, hey, I have a goal for myself to sell 15 of these. So would you like to buy one? It's, X, Y, and Z. People will want to support you. So that's another good way to get PRV. Also, you don't know which ones your customer is going to love. So even if you don't think you're going to sell that, you don't think you're going to sell that Disney warmer or that Disney buddy or whatever, it's okay, because you don't know what your customers are going to love, and they might love it. And so actually, when I was promoting the Marvel stuff, I didn't think a single one of my customers was going to like it. But I did have one of my best friends send me a message and was like, hey, I need that Iron Man warmer because my son would love it. And I was like, oh, I didn't even think of that. but yeah, he would. So yeah, you never know. You just never know. VIP page. So I saw somebody mention earlier about their VIP page. So I'm bad about my VIP. I don't use it as much as I should. I try to do like little games and giveaways in there every single week, but I probably get one a month. So when I saw that you guys were talking about, oh, I do a giveaway in my VIP page once a month, I was like, okay, good. I'm doing okay, because I literally had started out trying to do one a week. Look at here. Look at there. Okay. Started out trying to do one a week and end up doing one a month. So your VIP page, as long as you're promoting on there and as long as you're doing your giveaways and that kind of thing, you're going to get more orders from there. People are going to, exactly, he made his entrance. People are going to get, they're going to get excited about the new stuff that we have coming out. Speaking of getting excited, stay current on all things Scentsy. So, wow. That's awesome. So Hannah just said that she posts every single day about a different product. I wish I had the time to promote a different product every single day. I wish I did. So that is awesome. Kudos to you. But so staying current, that is a great idea. Staying current on all things Scentsy. So a lot of us know, you know, Scentsy will put things on the news tab around 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you stay current, you'll know when limited time offers are coming out. So you'll know when you need pre-orders. You will know when new products land on the clearance section, and you will know when to promote that, which happened today, by the way, if you didn't know. So of course, new products landed on the clearance section. I went and purchased. I mean, I went and bought some. I don't know many times where Amazon Rain Counter Clean is coming back. So I went and bought it. So you reach out to your customers who might love that, because actually I had a girl on social media about a month ago reach out, or actually she was just looking on social media and she was like, does anybody have anything Amazon Rain in the cleaning products? Well, yeah, I did, from the last time it was on clearance, because I bought it for myself. I just hadn't gotten around to using it yet. So I had it and I was like, yes, I have something. And she was like, oh my God, I need it. I need all you have. Okay, it's not going to get me PRV, but it started that conversation and it got her as a customer of mine. So today I was able to reach out to her and say, hey girl, by the way, not sure if you're done using that counter clean that you have, but it just dropped on the clearance section again today, and I think you're going to need to snag some before it's gone again. So make sure you know what your customers like, because things will come back around, especially in the clearance section. Also, did y'all see the buy a candlelight warmer in the clearance section? I'm telling you, I feel like, literally, I feel like Chloe Cox when she says that warmer did not get the recognition that it deserved. Like, I do love it. It's one of my favorites. And if you don't know what that is, go look it up, because it was the February warmer of the month and it was a good one because it's just plain. Anyway, I'm rambling, but so do what successful people do. And so you probably heard me mention Chloe a couple of times, but really and truly, if you do, and she's our upline SSD, if you do what successful people do, you will be successful. So watch Ray Ray, watch Chloe, watch Katie, watch Chastity, watch these people and implement what they're doing in your business, and it'll be successful. And it doesn't have to be the same exact way. It needs to have its own twist, but watch what successful people do and you will be successful. Also invest in your business and in yourself, because, you know, however you can afford to do that, literally. Like, you know, for me, like I said, clearance dropped today. I went and bought some clearance. Of course, I got PRV off of that, but however that looks for you, invest in your business and invest in yourself. So remember why you did this. Remember why you signed up. Remember that, you know, scent of the month and warmer of the month get you PRV. You have your own club order. That's extremely important. Even if it's just to get like a 6-pack of wax and some cotton cleanups, have your own club order. Get products for free on your parties that you have for your host rewards, get products for free so that you can make samples for your customers. Invest in your business. Make product or have products for yourself in your home. So have products in your house that you use consistently so that you know what products to sell to your customers. And you can also share those products, because I can promise you whatever you're sharing is what's going to sell. I can't tell you how many people have come to me and said, I want that twinkle warmer that you've got in your living room. Or I want that diffuser shade, even though it's discontinued, I want that diffuser shade that you've got in your bedroom. So I can't tell you how many people have come to me and just asked for specific things because I share them consistently. And Scentsy Fresh, you spray your bed one time and you'll have 10 people coming in your DMs trying to get some Scentsy Fresh. Literally. Yes, what you share is what you sell. That is so true. So yeah, like I said, remember why you're doing this and remind yourself daily of that. So you remind yourself that you're a boss, remind yourself that you can have high PRV and that you will have high PRV because you're going to have parties and you're going to have club orders and you're going to have, you're going to get your scent of the month and warmer of the month, and you're going to have repeat customers because you followed up with them and you've treated them like gold and not left them out to dry. That's how you get PRV. So that's all I had.
I knew you would. Okay, so hold up. We need to go back. Your PRV is at 4,600?
3,600.
Oh, 36. Jesus. Well, still, that's still super high.
I know, but 4,600, where did you get that from? Like,
I don't know. I thought I heard 4,600 and I was like, what? I need to go look this up.
No.
Well, you're going to be at that before the month's over. I mean, if you're at 3,600 and it's the 15th, like, you're killing it.
Yeah.
So
4,000 was my goal. So, and that's the other thing too, is I always set a PRV goal for myself. And then when I started this business, I'll be honest with you, I started out thinking to myself that I would hardly sell the $200 per month to stay active. Like, I literally told Rachel, I was probably like, I don't know that I'm going to be able to stay active. Like, I don't know. I don't know that people are going to support me. So when I got my first month, like literally ended my first month, I don't even remember what it was. Maybe, was it over 3? I don't remember.
I don't remember, but I know that you've been a high PRVer in the 6 months you've been a consultant. And I remember, guys, she, like, when she did join, she straight up told me, she was like, I don't know, how well I'm going to do at this, but I'll give it a try. And next thing you know, she told me last month, well, my PRV is not that high this month. It was 3,000. I was like, I went and looked the next day. She told me that, and I was like, I texted her. I was like, your PRV is 3,000. What do you mean it's not that high? What does that even mean?
So my very first month, I had PRV of 2,900. So yeah, I guess it has been high since the get-go. But I literally didn't think. I thought that was a fluke. Like, I thought it was like, okay, it was my first month. People wanted to support me in my launch party, and like the next month, it's going to be $200 maybe. And then people actually still wanted to support me. And I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe I can do this. And since then, my PRV goal has gotten bigger. So when I first started, it was like $200, and then it's jumped to like $1,000. And now, I don't know if I can share this publicly, but now my goal is basically what I want to make in a month. That's my goal. Like, I know what I need to hit to be able to make what I want to make in a month.
So. You're definitely going to hit that. So you're definitely going to hit that. So, I mean, you've been killing it. What is your biggest tip for everyone? Just one tip for high PRV.
Ooh, my biggest tip, and the one thing that if you don't take anything else away, literally, you cannot sell something that you don't use. You can't.
Yeah, I really liked that.
You just can't, because if you're not using the product but you're trying to sell it, somebody's going to ask you. Somebody's going to trip you up one day and ask you a crazy question about it, and you're going to be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
So yeah, you have to use the product.
I will say my favorite product is washer whiffs up until the Freshen Up Pup came along. But so now it's like a tie between the two. But I will say, I think that is one of my biggest sellers, and that's because my customers know that it's my favorite product, so they want to buy that product. So I totally agree with you. Like, you're gonna sell what you promote. What they see you using is what you're gonna sell. They're not gonna buy dish soap if they don't see you using dish soap. You know?
Yep.
So I really liked that point that you
Yep.
made. So do y'all have
Actually,
any questions for Sarah on PRV or like partying or anything along those lines?
anything.
Y'all
And
can literally
I use those all the time too. Washer whiffs, the laundry liquid, and the pet Freshen Up Pup. I use those all the time, and I for whatever reason don't take as many videos of those. So I should probably do that.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, well, both you and Hannah killed it. I'm so proud of y'all. So proud of y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna unspotlight Sarah real quick. Okay, this is actually pretty easy on my phone. Okay, so there's a couple things. I know it's 10 o'clock. There's a couple things that I want to say real quick. Because in case you guys don't know, our catalog, our fall and winter catalog drops on August 1st, okay? So with that being said, you have access to go and check out the catalog through your workstation, see what's in the catalog, all of that jazz. But I do not want you guys sharing that catalog until the end of the month, okay? And I say that because my cheeks are red because I'm drinking wine, and this is just what happens, okay? So I'm perfectly fine. I just wanted to clarify that. So back to the catalog. The catalog drops August 1st. Do not share it, because if you share it too early, you're going to kill your sales for July. So I suggest do not share the fall catalog until you hit your goals for July. Okay, till you hit your goals for July. If you have not created goals for July, that's what I want you to do tonight and tomorrow. Sit down, set goals. I want you to set high goals. They need to scare the crap out of you, okay? My girls that have recently just joined, like, I'm setting a goal for them, and I know it's scaring the crap out of them, but I'm setting a goal for, some of them is 2,000, some of them is 1,000. So I realize that those might be scary, but just like Sarah said, like, she expected to sell $200 in her first month, y'all, and she surpassed that at $2,900. $2,900, that's insane, okay? Hannah has been gifting kits out the wazoo, and she sponsored 11 people in the last 3 months. Like, that's crazy. So set your goals high, because if you set your goals high and you actually, like, put your mind to it and have a good, positive mindset, like, I can do this, you can do it. That's what's going to happen. You're going to end up doing it, and you're going to shock yourself. So that is the goal for July, is to shock yourself. Okay, that's from Katie Lassiter. The quote is actually shock your damn self. So that is what we're going for in July, shock your damn self. So if you have not set goals for July, I highly suggest you set your goals, okay, tonight. Write them down where you can see them. Y'all, this is my vision for 2020. I have it right in front of me. That's my goal for 2020, okay? It's right in front of me. And I've already hit a couple of those things, okay? But that's just like what I want for 2020. So same thing for the month of July. I have my goals written down in my planner. So every time I open my planner, I see them, okay? So set your goals. All right, next thing, please be sure to check the news tab daily, okay? I would check it right around 1 o'clock, like Sarah said. That's when everything in Scentsy Land drops. So 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, check the news tab. If you see something has updated, screenshot it, share it to 176 Roots, okay? Don't assume that someone else is gonna share it, just share it. Not all of us can be on the news tab at 1 o'clock or right around that time. So if something drops, go ahead and share it. And then be sure that you're keeping updated, or you're watching out for the updated discontinuing list, okay? Products have are literally discontinuing like crazy. Things are being taken out of carts. So do not hold orders. That's the first thing. I've already told my customers straight up, like, look, if they text me and they're like, hey, I want this, I'm like, if I don't have a party going in that day, I'm like, look, I can't guarantee that this product's going to be available come tomorrow. So do not hold orders. Be upfront with your customers. Say, hey, you know, products, even though they're available until the end of the month, they're technically only available until sold out. Okay. So wax bars are the only thing that you are guaranteed to get for your customers, but that is only if they haven't sold out. But if they've sold out, they can get them through Scentsy Club. So Sarah touched on that, Scentsy Club, but Scentsy Club is the way to go. If you want reoccurring PRV, look up the FAQ for Scentsy Club. It is literally the one thing I've been promoting to my customers. Okay. So tell them, hey, if you love this specific wax bar, sign up for Scentsy Club. It's free to sign up, guys. It's like a regular order. They just have control of how often it ships. They can go in and change anything in their club order. It's free to cancel anytime. It's free to sign up anytime. And like Sarah said, you honestly should have your own club order so you know how it works. Okay? So that is the beauty of Scentsy. Like all of these things that Scentsy has offered us is absolutely insane. But y'all are killing it. I'm so proud of y'all. And I am so excited because I already know all of you guys are going to earn this trip. Okay. And listen, next week is SFR virtual. Okay. So I cannot wait to do that with you guys. And I know a lot of you are local. I know a lot of you are not local, but next Saturday, I know Hannah, you're not local. I know. I wish you were. But next Saturday, we are having like a little cookout at Katie Lassiter's house, which is in Rich Square, which y'all probably don't know where it's at. It's in the middle of nowhere. But anyway, it's still local to like Virginia people, North Carolina people, and it's going to be a good time. So next week, starting Monday, is SFR virtual. There's going to be so many different trainings. I'm super pumped for you guys. And I'm really excited to listen in on these trainings because it's really going to fuel your soul, which is going to fuel your business. It's going to give you that extra kick in the ass that we all need at times, let's be real. So I'm super pumped. And that's basically it. So listen, if you are working your business around the 3 legs of success, you will earn this trip. Okay. You will earn this trip. I think Faith had said it. Brittany, are you killing me? Are you kidding me? You're killing it. You're literally like a week in and you're already at 1,000 in sales. Like, don't make me come through this phone, girl. Sister. Y'all, you know she's my sister-in-law. Okay, so what I was trying to say is if you're working your business around the 3 legs of success, cut out the fluff, okay? No one cares about your cute samples. Like, they're cute, but if you honestly don't have time for them, don't do them, okay? Only do your cute little wax samples if you have time for them, okay? And I know a lot of us are busy. We all have, busy is literally, it's going to look different to every single one of us, okay? So if you do not have time for it, stop doing it and focus on what's going to be income producing. What does that mean? What is making you money? What is earning you a free trip? Okay, you and your husband, you and your kids, you can take up to 6 people. Y'all, I've been with Scentsy almost 3 years. They have never done an incentive to where I could earn it for 6 freaking people. Okay, so you guys can do it. Y'all just got a ton of information from 3 amazing people, and I'm freaking pumped. So does anyone have any questions at all?
I just wanted to say something about,
Yeah. Oh.
I wanted to let you guys know what I'm doing as far as like my parties with how I'm getting my PRV this month and ranging into next month. The last chance first glance parties, a lot of people are able to do them in home, but I can't do them in home. So I'm setting up a Facebook group that's private. So you have to join in order to see it. And then I'm posting in my VIP group every single day. I'm posting an item every single day in my party that is going to be discontinued or something that I absolutely love. And then every Sunday I do a sneak peek Sunday, and I post one item from the fall catalog that I freaking love. And so far people are like, can I pre-order? Can I pre-order? Can I pre-order? And I'm like, I'll write you down on the list and I'll get back to you at the end of the month. On the last week of the month, I'll contact you for payment. And so far, so good. Try it, guys.
Hannah, that is good. That is really good. Oh, I love that because I normally do a last chance first glance party, but I haven't even scheduled one this year because I just, the whole COVID thing really throws it off. But I really like that. I might do something like that in my VIP page.
This way I don't have to like announce the whole entire catalog so early. I'm doing the same thing in my VIP page as well. I'm posting like they haven't seen anything yet. They've just seen like my sneak peek Sundays. Like I've already posted like 2 items so far, and they're like freaking out. So they're like, they're seeing like the items that are coming in the fall, and then they're like, oh well, maybe I should go stock up on the stuff that's leaving. Yeah, you should go do that.
Yeah.
I have my first last chance first glance party next week, so I really like that idea too.
Is it at your house?
Oh no, it's on Facebook.
Oh. Okay.
Remember, no.
That's awesome. Yeah, I forget. So, last thing I wanted to say is if you have a newbie on here, I want you to shout them out. So I'm going to shout out my girls because I see that Taylor is on and I see Brittany is on. So Taylor just joined. She just did a host to join 2 days ago. Was it 3 days ago? 2 days ago? 3 days ago? Literally like 2 days ago. And Brittany joined last week. And so I'm so proud that y'all are on right now. I could cry. Does anyone else have newbies on?
I had one teamie on. I had Meredith on, I think.
Yes, I saw she
left.
was on because she was commenting too.
Yeah.
Yay,
Same.
Ashley Gray. Yeah, Ashley Gay. Yay. Go girl. Go girl. Emily, go girl. I saw Emily was commenting. That's awesome. And then I did want to shout out Danielle Gonzalez. She's on. I'm so proud of her too. Y'all are killing it. So does anyone have any questions? Please feel free to unmute yourself. Like we are not going to bite you. I promise. And I realize that it's like getting late.
You guys did amazing, and I'm so glad. Sorry, Courtney. Sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Kelly?
You're fine. Yes, it's me. I would show my face, but there's other reasons I can't today. But y'all did amazing. I just wanted to say that you guys are killing it, and having stuff like this, it really like does put a kick in your ass and shows you that it is possible. And you guys are so much support, and I really needed this today. Like y'all don't even know. Like my husband was cutting grass and something hit me in the face and like busted my nose open about 15 minutes before this. So I was like, do I gotta show my face? Because I just can't today. So this like just really calmed me down. Me too.
Tell KJ to watch where he's aiming that lawnmower.
I'm gonna send him back to his mama. I'm gonna do something. No wait. Wait. But I just wanted to say that like I needed y'all's support today, and this is awesome. So great job, y'all.
Oh. I'm so proud of y'all. Oh, wait. Oh, Kelly had a question for Hannah. She said, do you show an entire product or like a corner of a warmer or something when you're doing your Sunday sneak peek?
When I do my sneak peek Sundays, I show the whole product. I try to crop out the price so they don't see necessarily how much it is, but they see the whole product.
Cool.
Okay.
But I post something that's like completely different than like what's in this catalog. Like if it's like a brand new warmer, or if it's like a brand new shade, or if it's a different scent of something, That's what I'm posting. I'm not posting something like we already have.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And Courtney, you had a question on how I would do it at my VIP page.
Yeah, I was curious. Well, I was really curious on how you guys are doing the last chance first glance parties. How are you guys presenting that to your customers? Like, whenever you do parties, it's 3 days long. So how exactly? I'm curious how you guys have never done one before. So I'm curious. I want to do a party next week with somebody, but I don't know how to present it, and I'm curious what you guys are doing.
So I do mine 3 days long. I don't know about everyone else. Mine's like short and sweet. Yeah, I think Hannah, you do yours like a week long, maybe.
I do mine like a month long. Like
What?
I let them rack up all their rewards. They've got all months to earn that, and they do it.
Okay, listen, you're gonna have to do a training on that separately. I do not, like, I'm just gonna say right off the bat, I am a very impatient person. Okay, so I don't think I could do it for a month long, but I bet you that there are some people on our team that would love to do that. So I want you to do a training on that. Okay.
Okay.
I do 3 days. Courtney, I have not like come up with anything like that, but because they're my VIPs, I do like the whole sneak peek Sunday. I really like that idea. So basically I would do the same thing Hannah just said, is just take a picture of a new product that's releasing and show it on Sunday, and then I'll collect pre-orders. So when August 1st comes around, then I'll already have that PRV racking up, right? So then the last chance, I don't know, I might do that on like a Monday, maybe like last chance Monday. Say, take a picture of like a warmer that's discontinuing and say, hey, this is discontinuing. If you want to snag it up, let me know. Something like that. Now, I literally just came up with that on the top of my head, like right now.
That was cute. I like it.
I'm gonna have to write it down. But if I like come up with more details, I'll definitely share them with y'all.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was gonna say the same. My parties are 5 days long, but like I said, first one's next week, so I haven't really come up with anything yet either. It was literally gonna be like a Sunday night crap. I have a party starting tomorrow. I need to come up with some type of thing. So I'll share it when I come up with something, if it's any different.
Yeah. Yay. Thank you.
Perfect. All right, y'all. Well, thank you for joining. You guys have Emily does hers for a month too. But parties with hosts are for a week. So Emily, we want more information on that. Okay. So my challenge to you is to go live on the Roots page and share how you do that. Okay.
Rachel, she's on my team now. She's on Roots.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, she can still do a live on your page and then save it to her phone. Okay.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Well, I realize it's like almost 10:30, so y'all, I really want you to stay tuned. Let me cancel this recording. Hold on.